Welcome to Lobsterfest, everybody. It's a holiday market original since 2004. I'm Chef Robert, and today I'm going to show you how to boil and break down a lobster in preparation for eating. First and foremost, we need to worry about our water. And when I say worry, we need to prepare our water. What we're going to do is take, oops, look at this lobster, he's trying to run away on me. I'm going to take a half a cup of kosher salt and add it to 8 quarts of water. That's one tablespoon of salt per quart of water. This gives a nice briny texture, just like seawater. I'm going to take a lemon, cut it in half, squeeze both pieces into the water, and then add them in, which I've already done. To this, I'm going to also add one of our holiday market shrimp boil seasoning packets that are available from Chef Alex at our seafood department at the holiday market. That is already in the water. We're going to bring it to a rolling boil. Then we're going to immerse the lobster head first. This is very important because head first will humanely stop it and kill it. If you go in tail first, it can flap on top of you. It won't kill the lobster immediately, and you can get boiling water all over with you. So, head first, right into the pot, and we're gonna put that lid right back on. That lobster has already been humanely killed. And now we're just gonna wait for 12 minutes. We're gonna set a timer on that, bring it out, we'll let it cool, and I'll show you how to break it down for eating. We have our lobster out of the pot. What I have done is taken it and put it on a dinner plate for about 5 minutes so I can handle it. It'll be very, very hot coming out of the pot, so we want to let it cool for a little bit. What we're going to do now is show you how to break down the lobster into the components and remove the meat so you can enjoy the delicacy. The majority of the meat in the lobster is going to be the tail itself and the 2 claws in the front. There is a little bit of meat in these fingers, but we won't address that right now. Removing the 2 front claws, simply just hold them together like that, turn it over, and pull it towards the tail. They'll pop off very easily, and we'll set those aside and show you how to remove the meat in a moment. Next is our tail. The tail, the meatiest part, we're just going to hold with one hand, the body in the other. One little quick note, the lobster has a liver, it's called the tamale, a greenish substance. Sometimes when the tail is removed, it's right there, and people don't know what it is. Some consider it a delicacy, but others, they look like an unpleasant color. All you need to do is rinse it under a little hot water, and it will remove that. So again, hand on the tail, hand on the body, a little clockwise motion, and it will come off. There is our tamale, the liver that I'm talking about. And what I'm going to do is just step right over quick to the sink and rinse that off. Okay, tamale is removed. We'll set the tail aside. The body right here. We have 2 claws that we're going to remove the meat from. The larger claw called the crusher, the smaller called the pincher. Inside of this claw is a little piece of cartilage. We're going to try to remove that by taking the thumb, pulling it down till you hear a little click, go back up, and then slowly remove. Now you also notice I have this on a towel. There's a significant bit of water from the pot, so you always want to have a towel underneath there. This is going to come right out very gently, and there we go. There's that luscious piece of lobster in the claw, and there is the cartilage that we're talking about. Now, we can remove from here that one little piece of claw that's inside of here. Set that aside. Oh, he's trying to hide away from me, but there it comes. Okay. And this is just a small piece of meat that's inside of that thumb, as we call it. There it comes. There we go. And that little piece of meat, it's come in a couple pieces. There we go. And we'll set that aside right there. Now the claw itself, what we're going to do is just simply take, and you can use anything. There are pliers made specifically for this, a mallet, a hammer, or even a rock. What we want to do is just break that shell, and you can see that, then we can just break that in half. Oops, well it snapped, but the result is the same. There's that luscious piece of claw meat that comes out. We're going to set that aside, and then this is going to go over here into the scrap pile. Now remember, we have 2 knuckles here that we're going to remove meat from later. Next, we'll do the next claw. Again, that thumb, break it down, turn it, and we'll try to remove that cartilage. Oh, that one came out perfect. and so did the little teeny piece of meat that's inside of that claw. But we want to save it all, and any lobster aficionado knows any little piece of lobster is delicious. Again, we'll take that, just put that towel over so we don't splatter. We break that in half, and there comes that wonderful piece. Now you'll see there's a little bit of foam that's in there. That can be rinsed off or just removed with the fingers. It's got a little bit more of a fishy taste, so we kind of want to remove that and just get to that luscious piece of meat. So, 2 claws with their fingers. We'll remove these aside, and now we have those 2 little knuckles where we want to get the meat out of. Now, we're going to turn this over again. 1 quick smack on the bottom, and 1 quick smack on the top. Now remember, when you do this, the shell is quite hard. There is some little spiny points that come out of here, so we don't want anybody hurting themselves. And also be aware of any fragments. If you see anything or question, just rinse under hot water. There's a nice little morsel of meat that came out of the top knuckle. We'll set that right there. And then you have the bottom knuckle. We're just going to open that up, and another luscious little piece of meat will come right out of that. So, 2 knuckle portions, the claws, the fingers. Let's go ahead and do the same with the remaining. As I said before, 1 hit for the top joint. We're going to turn that around, just a softer one, and we'll do that as well. You can see these fragments. Again, if you skittish at all about any fragments in there, a quick rinse under hot water, and oh boy, look at that meat coming out. Is that beautiful or what? Let's put that right down there, and we have that second claw, and the meat's going to come right out of that. There we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is making me hungry. Look at this luscious piece of lobster coming out right there. That's the bottom claw. So now we have the 2 knuckles, the 2 claws, the little fingers that they go into, and last, the best, the tail. I'm going to just opt to take the tail and cut it in half. It makes a delightful presentation, and it also makes it very easy to eat. So we want a sharp knife, a chef knife this size, nothing smaller. We're going to open that up, put it right in the middle, and then get our hand out of the way. We don't want to have any problem. Push right down, rock it back and forth, and cut through the top of that, and we have these 2 beautiful segments of the tail with all the meat. This is by far the meatiest part of the lobster. So I have a plate over here with a little bit of tarragon and parsley. We're going to just decorate that really nicely here. Let's see how we can do that. I'm going to put the claw meat right in the middle there. Oh boy, oh boy. 1 claw, 2 claw, and the finger. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're going to do a little close up to see that. And a little bit of malted butter and lemon juice, and you will definitely be celebrating the chef in you.